Some celebrities spend more on bodyguards than most people will make in 10 lifetimes. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most expensive celebrity security teams. And trust me, the prices are going to blow your mind. All right, starting with the cheapest on our list, and by cheapest, I still mean over $1 million just to stay safe. With millions of fans worldwide and a career that's always in the spotlight, Jennifer Lopez spends around $1.4 million every year on personal security. Her security detail includes professional bodyguards who stay with her during public appearances, concerts, and travels. Because she often performs in front of huge crowds, security teams are essential to keep her safe both on and off the stage. Her homes have strong security systems with cameras, gates, and guards to monitor visitors. When traveling, her routes and schedules are planned to avoid risky situations. Even simple outings, like going to dinner or shopping, are coordinated with her security team. Being such a recognizable figure, J.Lo faces constant paparazzi attention, which can sometimes get aggressive. Having a team to handle these situations ensures her privacy and safety. Her family, including her children, also benefit from these security measures. And speaking of music icons with insane security setups, Rihanna's team is on constant watch. Rihanna spends about $1.6 million every year to make sure she's safe wherever she goes. As one of the biggest music and fashion stars in the world, she gets constant attention, whether she's performing, attending events, or just out shopping. Her security detail works 24/7. That means there's always someone keeping watch at her home, during public appearances, and while she travels. Trips are carefully planned so she can move around without unnecessary risks. Because Rihanna is a global star, she travels to countries with very different safety situations. Her team studies each location, plans safe transportation, and makes sure hotels and venues are secure before she arrives. She's also a style icon, which means she draws massive crowds. Even a quick walk down the street can turn into a huge scene. Her bodyguards handle crowd control and keep fans at a safe distance, while still letting her interact with people when she wants. But when it comes to business giants, Jeff Bezos has his own high-tech fortress. Jeff Bezos spends over $1.6 million every year on his personal security. For someone with his wealth and public recognition, safety is a top priority. Bezos has security guards who accompany him everywhere, from business events to vacations. His homes, including luxury estates and properties across the U.S., have top-level security systems, surveillance cameras, and restricted entry. He also travels in secure vehicles and, when necessary, uses private aircraft with extra precautions. One reason Bezos invests so heavily in security is because of the size and influence of Amazon. Being the head of a global company means he's constantly in the public eye and can become a target for criticism or threats. He has also been involved in high-profile events and news stories, which sometimes put him under more attention than he might want. And if Bezos' security is intense, Angelina Jolie's is just as personal, especially for her kids. Angelina Jolie spends about $2 million every year on security, and a big part of that is to protect her 6 kids. She's a massive celebrity, and paparazzi follow her everywhere, so safety is always a top priority. Her children each have their own bodyguard when needed, especially during public outings. These guards make sure they can go to school, events, or even just the park without being swarmed by photographers or strangers. Angelina's security also includes protection for herself, personal bodyguards, secure cars, and tight control over where she goes and who gets close. When she travels, her team checks everything in advance, from airports to hotels. But for billionaires, security isn't just protection. It's a calculated percentage of their fortune. For the richest people in the world, personal security is calculated differently. Instead of a fixed price, high-end executive protection often costs 2 to 5% of the person's net worth every year. That means someone worth $500 million could spend around $2.5 million annually just on safety. This includes bodyguards, security drivers, threat monitoring, private investigators, secure residence, and international travel arrangements. This type of protection is completely personalized. The team studies the client's lifestyle, travel patterns, and potential threats. They create a security plan that covers everything, from home safety to event security. It's the most elite level of personal protection, and it's designed so the client can live their life with as little risk as possible. And then there's Elon Musk, who takes security to another level for every step he takes. In 2023, Tesla spent about $2.4 million on Musk's protection, and in early 2024, they added another $500,000 just for his safety. His security covers multiple aspects. He has personal bodyguards with him almost everywhere, including during public events, business meetings, and even casual outings. His transportation is well planned. He uses secure vehicles and, sometimes, private jets with safety measures already in place. Musk's life is high profile, not just because of his wealth, but because of his public statements and controversial opinions, which often attract both supporters and critics. Running multiple major companies means he's constantly moving between cities and countries, and his team has to make sure he's safe in every location. But celebrity royalty like Meghan and Harry spend millions just to keep their private lives secure. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry live a very public life, even after stepping back from royal duties. Because of their high profile and the controversy surrounding them, they need strong security, costing about $7.8 million a year. Their situation is unique because when they left official royal duties, they lost the publicly funded security provided by the British government. That meant they had to arrange and pay for their own protection. And living in the US, where they're often followed by paparazzi and under constant media attention, the need for tight security is even greater. Their team includes close protection bodyguards, secure drivers, and security planners who decide the safest ways for them to travel. Their home in California is heavily guarded with gates, cameras, and security staff. And then comes one of tech's biggest names, with a security budget that could buy a small island. Mark Zuckerberg is one of the richest and most influential people in tech, but with great influence comes a lot of risks. That's why his personal security bill for 2023 was over $23.4 million, and that's just for 1 year. Zuckerberg's security isn't just about having guards follow him around. It's a highly organized operation that works 24/7. He has bodyguards who stay close to him wherever he goes, armored vehicles for transport, and top-level security systems at his homes. Every time he travels for business or vacations, the locations are inspected in advance, and teams are assigned to secure the area. The reason his security is so expensive is partly because of the size of his company. Meta handles billions of users' data, which means Zuckerberg can attract not just fans or critics, but also hackers, protesters, and potential threats from people who don't agree with his business decisions. There have been multiple protests at Meta offices, and Zuckerberg himself has faced backlash over privacy issues. But when you hit the global stage like Taylor Swift, security becomes an entire touring operation. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour wasn't just the biggest music event of the year, it was also one of the most heavily protected. Reporters say she spent over $30 million on security for the tour alone. That's an insane amount, but when you think about how huge her concerts are, it makes sense. Taylor's shows attract tens of thousands of fans every night, plus media, VIP guests, and sometimes even protesters. Her team has to make sure nothing bad happens to her, the crew, or the fans. Security covers everything, from bodyguards who are always by her side to event staff, crowd control experts, and backstage safety. A lot of the cost also comes from logistics. Every city on the tour has different risks, so her security team checks venues before she arrives, plans safe entry and exit routes, and coordinates with local police. Even her travel is secure: private jets, secure cars, and extra guards for hotel stays. And finally, the ultimate: the king and queen of music security spending. Beyoncé and Jay-Z aren't just music legends. They're also two of the most famous and richest celebrities in the world. That kind of fame attracts both love and attention, and unfortunately, also risks. That's why their personal security is on another level. Reporters say they spend around $88 million every single year on keeping themselves and their families safe. Their security isn't just a few bodyguards following them around. It's a full system. They have a massive team of trained professionals, from bodyguards who walk with them everywhere to high-tech security experts monitoring threats online. Their homes are protected with advanced surveillance, gates, alarms, and even security teams stationed outside. Whenever they travel, security planning starts days before. Locations are checked, escape routes are prepared, and extra guards are brought in to handle crowds. If they're performing at a big concert, the security is even tighter, with layers of protection between them and the public. Which one shocked you the most? Beyoncé and Jay-Z's $88 million fortress, or Taylor Swift's $30 million tour shield? Drop your answer in the comments.